Hello everyone and welcome back to the StarCraft 2 1 vs 1 replay casted by myself. My name is Axeltoss and today I am joined by Mrllama SC as he changes it to faster. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Welcome everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the game. Today we have a ZVP. This is going to be between ROOTslush, the yellow swarmy Zerg down in the bottom left corner, and up in the top right corner we do have ROOTT1, the red Protoss.
Two Root players. I'm the caster for Team Root, so if you recognize my name from there, it's awesome for you. Root's a pretty cool team.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know much about them.
They keep picking up some pretty cool players. They just picked up Todd not too long ago, right?
You are correct.
So, I mean, you know, props
By
to
the
them.
way, just on that subject, Root does have a lot of events and stuff, so if you're watching this on YouTube, go check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/SE2Root. Lots of good content on there. Also, we have a lot of live stream production stuff. For example, every Saturday, we've been doing the Root Battle Royale, or every possible Saturday, because there's a lot of other events going on, where it's 3 Root players, and it's the first to 10 wins. It's a lot of fun. Takes a long time, but it's all in good fun, and there's a lot of learning done, and it's just... Go check it out. That's at twitch.tv/rootgaming. Of course, I stream as well, twitch.tv/Axeltoss. But anyway, we're talking about this. This is going to be a 1v1 custom game. This wasn't a ladder game, as we have plenty of people obsing.
We have Vibe and Buck and Destiny. And
yeah, a lot of people obs.
A lot of people.
I guess I wasn't around. But they sent me this replay and like, dude, you gotta cast this. And I'm like, okay, I'll cast it. And then Mrllama was like, dude, let's cast it. I'm like, okay, all right, let's cast it.
I mean, if you get the chance to cast with Axeltoss, you cast with Axeltoss. So that's just my thoughts on the matter. So it looks like ROOTslush opening with a hatch first here and taking a gas if you look in the main there. So very interesting opening. You usually don't see gas too often in ZVP.
Especially the current metagame. I mean, the metagame right now is actually pretty darn boring, so I'm actually excited to see this, because usually it's like, all right, let's go to 3 hatches, then let's add a pool, or get a pool, and then a natural, and then a third after a 14 pool.
Right.
Let's delay our gas forever, and let's just focus on defending the inevitable 2-base, 4-gate aggression, and then the follow-up all in. Like, it's the exact same every time. But this is kind of cool, because we're seeing Slush going for this early gas, which is interesting. We'll have to see if he pulls guys off of gas at 100, because if he does, that means he just wants that metal block boost to speed upgrade, and then we're going to be more likely to see a third. But if he keeps him on gas, we're approaching that point, then we're more likely to see that 2-base cheese. And interestingly enough, I don't think TT1 is scouted yet. So
I will hold down the V for you.
Go ahead.
There is no scout whatsoever, but there was a probe that was sent out, so it looks like the probe walked out for a little bit.
Yeah, wait, what was that? Where did he
around.
go? Oh, did he just go to the watchtower?
He went to the watchtower. The probe went to the watchtower and then ran back home.
What's the logic there?
And now he's going to once again start running. Go check his pathing out. What's he doing? I have no clue what TT1 is doing. Is he just looking for...
That's so weird. I'll have to ask him about it. I mean, I guess logically, if you check that, you can see any lings running across the map, so you could potentially start preparing there.
I feel like that's maybe just to check for an early
I think
pull,
it's kind of cool.
He keeps running it out. I mean, I guess Walt has nothing else to really do.
I think that's kind of cool, though.
Oh, now he's going to go check for the third, it looks like, if you check out that path.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, totally.
So once he gets there, he's going to go, wait a second, something's up, because there's no third, but he hasn't noticed his gas. Look, he's continuing to mine gas. He has 130 gas. Roach1 on the way.
Yeah.
And Slush is going for some big 2-base hit, and he's definitely going to have to do damage, because if he does not, he's just behind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2-base versus 2-base. Slush, these drones, they're mining gas. This is a lot of gas that could be minerals, and that's a lot of minerals that could be drones or additional hatchery.
Yeah.
If we hit the income tab, I think TT1 should be slightly ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, 30 to 22. By the way, I'm controlling the mouse. He's controlling the keyboard, so you can yell at him if he doesn't do something right.
If you want to look at units, there you go. There's all the units on the field.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course, anytime. So what's interesting to note, go look at TT1's natural right there.
Okay.
TT1's.
TT1, right.
Thank you very much. He still only has 1 cannon up, but he saw there was no third
That's a good
base.
point. You know,
finally a second cannon does go down in the back.
Yeah, it's tricky because if your opponent is, I don't know, it's somewhat tricky. Obviously, ideally, you'd scout all these roaches, and then you can be like, all right, let's get some cannons down. I don't want to lose to this. Let's chrono boost the heck out of my warp gate.
Sure.
No need for the... I don't think there's any need for these gases when you're going up against a 2-base all-in.
I think he's doing that for the sentries.
Yeah.
That's my assumption, at least. He's trying to get out as many sentries as he possibly can right now, because force fields are so crucial with the roachling all-in, and maybe he knows Slush has some sort of roachling all-in, and that's the way to defend it. But normally you'll see a couple more cannons being thrown down, as opposed to just the one right there and then the one back in its line.
Gosh, Slush is investing so much into this.
And Slush has a Baneling nest as well that just completed, so he also has some Banelings, 7 Banelings going down, and now he's going to be focusing down this fort right here, picking off the upgrade. And
there's no way he's going to save that.
No, that's gone. We'll have to see exactly what TT1's going to do right here.
He's adding on some more gateways. The force field goes down. Wants to keep those roaches away. Lost that forge. Just rebuilding that. In the back, he's not going to have +1, which is a little bit unfortunate. But keep in mind, behind this Slush not making any drones, he's still making nothing but units going in with the Lings and the Roaches. Lings going after those sentries, but the sentries microed back very nicely. Slush going to take, or TT1 I should say, going to take care of those quite handily. Cannon goes down though, and he's going to add on some more.
Warp Gate has finished though, so that's good right there, definitely for TT1. So he can now open that up. He has 5 gateways, I believe, on the field with 3 in the base right there.
This is very precarious. If you screw up one force field, you're going to die. So as a Protoss player, this is a very difficult situation. You have to be really on top of your micro. 2 additional gateways going down. Keep in mind, Slush still has all these Banelings back here, finally mixing in some drones. So maybe a part of him is like, all right, I'm going to start thinking about transitioning.
Yeah,
no, he's adding on those drones.
This drone right here. Yep. So interesting choice.
Puck thinks it's over.
Still a lot. Yeah, no, Puck thinks the game is definitely ended right here, but I don't think so. Because TT1 still has a decent sized force back there. The Banelings have to come in, they have to do some damage, but with nice force fields, he can keep those out. It looks like he's going to have them right there. And the Banelings coming in right now. He's going to need a nice force field right there. Traps all those Banelings.
Probes! Oh, run your probes away, not towards them. Yeah, but it looks like TT1 should be fine. He's even walling off, or at least trying to wall off at the top of the ramp, throwing down that force field.
Right.
Not too many Lings and Roaches remain. And TT1 should be able to clean this up. Let's see. There's some more Lings,
still
but
a couple Lings hanging out there. Overlord's on the way, but it looks like Slush is just transitioning right into drones, and it's actually going to have just a slight lead right there, 35 to 34.
Would you even consider that a lead? I almost wouldn't.
Probably not.
Because like he's still only on 2 bases.
He is only on 2 bases. That's difficult. Had he taken a third, which he does have the minerals for, now he just spent a bunch.
He's just layer 2.
He just took a layer, and okay, so he is taking the 3rd base.
Or is he?
Yep. I mean, unless he's just sending a drone out there for the fun of it.
I don't know, man. Yeah, he should definitely take that fairly soon.
So he's going to be taking that, and I don't know.
Where does he go from here?
I feel like this does kind of put him behind now. He did not quite do the damage he needed to do. The nice thing is, he was able to kill off the Cybernetics core. He was able to kill the Forge. Stop upgrades, kill off the gateway. So, I mean, upgrade goes down.
But all these sentries stayed alive, didn't they?
That's true.
Can you hit units lost? Can we hit L? Or, yeah.
Sure. Pretty even. Pretty even. But he doesn't have that 3rd base up. So
I think the sentries are really important.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge. He still has 6 alive. Sure.
I don't know. I'm undecided on it. I feel like TT1 is in a better position, though.
But, like...
Especially because Slush still has yet to take his 3rd.
Yeah.
So he is going all in
is TT1
somehow.
Gonna push? Hold on.
He's just... TT1 loves that watchtower right there.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. He keeps periodically doing that. That's pretty interesting.
Seems to be his thing on this map.
All right, more Lings and Roaches going and trying to be annoying. Oh my God, Slush trying to put a base down here at the bottom right. Still hasn't put one at the middle left. This I think he's going Spire, man. Like 4 additional spines.
That's
putting a hatchery over here.
Like, it looks like he just got his lair, right?
Yeah, his lair's done.
Where is it at? It's natural. Right okay. Yeah. So I would imagine a Spire is going to pop up pretty soon. Look at all the gas that he has saved up as well. And he just really needs to be aware of this push that's coming out now. That is very strong. But Roaches should be able to take care of that. If he can get enough, as well as all those spines, that army is not going to be able to engage into that whatsoever. And there goes the Spire. So it is going to be Muta play.
And it's a little bit interesting because TT1, like, right now, he probably thinks that Slush put down this 3rd. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go kill the 3rd. But he's going to get there, and I bet he throws down another question mark. Remember he did that when the probe first scouted? Dang it. Do it, TT1.
TT.
He's not doing it.
Nope, not going to throw it down. So it looks like now he may advance toward that natural, but as soon as he gets up there and sees 25 spines, I think he knows he's going to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is pretty obvious tell of, hey, you know what? I am going for Muta play.
Just want to see Slush. Can you hit V? I want to see his rate. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at all those spines.
Yep. That's enough for him to say, yep, I know exactly what's happening. Yeah. So a lot of gas saved up. Minerals going to be equaling that. So he'll get out about 12 Mutalisks right there to start, 13. And that'll be a decent amount. I don't know if it's going to be enough to really do damage.
See, TT1 should absolutely be identifying that his opponent is definitely going to Inspire.
He's getting Blink Stalkers already.
Okay, I was looking for the Twilight, and he already has it down, already starting Blink, already making Stalkers in his main base, knows absolutely what's going on, but he really needs to scout this base in the bottom right. I think that's pretty important, because if Slush can get gases down here, you know, obviously he's going to be in a great situation. Having 6 gases, his opponent not necessarily thinking You know,
That he
thinking
has.
thinking
He has
he's only
four.
on 4 gases,
Right.
right? Because he doesn't see a third there. So I really would like TT1 to send something down here.
And High Templar or Templar Archives also going down. So we'll be able to add Archons and High Templars.
What do you think
into
about
that
an
mix.
earlier third here?
From TT1?
Yeah,
I think he could take an earlier third
I think
right
it's
now.
tricky because first you
But
have
then
to
he also, you have to consider with that third, he has more ground to cover.
exactly.
And
So
the
like the
Mutalis-
Muta's dodging, dipping and dodging in between the main and the third, that might be a little bit of a headache if you don't have
Right.
enough units on the field. So I'm okay with him being this safe, but another part of me says if you approach your opponent and you see all the spines, it's like, okay, let's get a Nexus down right away and then start getting the Stalkers on the
Some
field
cannons
and
up
defending
there,
everything.
Stalkers.
So, but easier said than done.
Right.
And Slush is going to be tasked with the challenge of trying to do damage here. You know,
Right.
there's a difference between doing damage, I guess, keeping your opponent at home. A lot of Zerg players will be like, all right, my goal is keep my opponent
Just
at
have
home. I
map
don't
control,
want them
let you
yeah.
macro up behind it. Exactly.
But other Zerg players is like, all right, I have to do damage here. But in
Yeah.
this situation,
He has
I
to
feel
do
like
damage.
Slush might have to do damage because TT1's up 127 to 101 supply.
And transition to Infestors as well.
Well, I mean, there's always that element of eventually getting that death army out of the Infestors and the Broodlords.
Yep.
So probably once this +1 finishes and once the Hive should start, once the Infestor's done. I mean, do you think he has
still
time
a ways
to do that?
away from that? I mean, basically right now he's actually not going for the damage route and he's going for the contain route.
Yeah.
He's saying, you know what, if I can hold him in there for as long as possible, maybe he'll take a third, spend a little bit more time macroing up at home himself. I can get up to that Death Ball army, and it's going to be a very close timing, definitely. But with these Archons out now, he's going to have to be careful. Picks up a couple
gotta be
sentries.
careful with that.
I like that.
None of the Stalkers are here, which is interesting. TT1 instead keeping him back home just in case. I'm okay with that play.
'Cause he has the
Wants to
Archons.
keep this third safe. Yeah, this is good. This is a pretty good army here.
Yeah.
To defend against the Mutas and the Lynx. So pretty nice distribution of units there. Also adding in those High Templars is Storm.
Storm's
Storm's
already done.
done.
Yeah, he's already got the
So it's
research.
definitely
And there's
a
the
good thing.
Hive. So he's just going straight for those Broodlords,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yep. So when that finishes, definitely going to start up the Greater Spire. Needs to get the gases down immediately at this base at the middle left. Gas is like
There we
what's
go.
most important for him right now. Already has the gas at this bottom side location. And yeah, just trying to keep TT1 at home. And does TT1 really have the ability to be aggressive here? I mean,
That's the question. If he pushes out, it's going to turn into a base race. And the problem is he has all of those spine crawlers at the front of his natural that he's going to have to deal with.
well, he needs to spread his creep, doesn't he? Like,
So,
doesn't he need to be spreading his creep right now?
I don't even know if his queen can move to spread the creep.
Oh, that's a good point.
But yes, he should be spreading his creep. But I'm saying if you're TT1
like-
and you're saying, you know what, this is going to turn into a base race. He has all those spines. I don't know what else he has.
Yeah.
He could have spine to
He
balls
doesn't know,
third.
yeah.
And
Because like ideally, I guess
his army doesn't have
your
Colossus or
spines
anything
would
to deal
be
with that.
here,
right.
and here,
And you'd have that fourth base taken
and up
already.
here, and maybe spines up here. And he's not going to be able to do that without creep
He's
spread.
gonna try, and he's going to catch these Mutalis. Huge storm goes off right there, and that's going to be able to pick off about half of those Mutalis.
Oh my
right there,
god,
if
that's
more,
terrible.
if
TT1
not
wins,
more.
right?
And I
That's
think
terrible.
there is the Greater Spire with the Corruptors though
14
coming out right now.
Corruptors.
He's going to be losing this base right down here. I was not sure why he took that anyways.
Yeah,
It's not a
I
great
don't
like
know.
ninja place because that's exactly where the army is going to be pushing through most likely anyways. So not quite sure about that, but maybe it's just a little time delay as he does have the Corruptors out on the way. 14 Greater Spire though, still taking its time before it's going to finish. It's going to be kind of close. Is there a Stargate or anything out though to deal with Broodlords? Were they to
I don't
come?
think so. He's just adding on gateways at this point. Like, he just killed all those mutas. And look, he's like, are you still on 2 bases, dude? No, he should probably go up here and
Yeah,
kill
he's
this.
just going to go take out this third, I would imagine, unless he's really going for a game ender. Which, I mean, he has enough to definitely push it now. He's just going to back off, though. He's going to feel safe, just take out that third. Still doesn't know about that ninja base that Slush took down in that bottom right corner. I love that base. Very smart play right there by him. And it looks like these 4 Mutalisks just flying around trying to do as much damage as they possibly can.
Yeah.
But TT1 is in such a great position. Greater Spire just going to finish up right now. So is he going to push in? Yes, he will. So it looks like the Broodlords will not be out in time, unfortunately. 13 Broodlords are on the way. So Slush was doing everything that he can. He's still trying to do everything he can. And they may actually pop before they get up into the main right there. I believe those Broodlords are morphing right below us in the main.
Look at all those force shields. I think he's just like screwing around, isn't he?
Yeah, but if you look at the supplies, 136, 140 to 147, and 13
Where's all that
Broodlords out on the way.
oh.
One Stargate has finished up, but a lot of that army is melted, and here
That's
we
a
go.
lot
The
of
Broodlords
Broodlords.
are now going to start doing some damage.
Oh.
Link forward. Is it going to be enough,
I don't think
though?
so. That's a lot of Broodlords.
That's too many Broodlords. There is no way it's going to be enough. A nice little storm does go off right there, but it looks like TT1's going to have to retreat. And look at the supply counts. All of a sudden, Slush has taken the supply lead.
But come on, it's
3 bases to 3
he
bases.
still has this.
He still has that hidden
needs
base
infestors,
over there,
doesn't he? Like,
and he needs to get out.
he can't win with just
Definitely
Broodlords.
needs to get
We need like
infestors,
one
but there's
Stargate,
not enough
one
stalkers.
Stargate from TT1, and he wins.
There
this.
are not enough stalkers.
No,
right
there's
there.
not. I don't know. He shouldn't be engaging here.
He's trying to pick off everything that he can. 3 more Broodlords.
Get
on the way.
a Void Ray, right?
Yes, but Corruptors. You know, he can still make Corruptors to deal
Well,
with
he's
that Void
getting
Ray.
a Void Ray.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's doing what he can. The problem is these Broodlords, of course, are very slow. So they're going to have to take their time moving out across the map there. And that would...
I like this. He's checking on additional expansions.
Yep. Is he going to check down in his own 4th base, though? Here we go. It looks like a probe's finally being sent out to go build a Nexus there. So he's going to be... No, he's not going to check it. Where is it going? Oh, he's going to build a pylon right there.
Ouch.
And goodbye, pylon and probe.
Okay, he has to find this.
So it looks like there's going to be the engage right here, I'd imagine. And Slush is just preparing for the base trade right now. He's throwing up more spines. Once again, 13 spine crawlers going down. 5 of those at that 4th base. The other one's over there.
Oh,
at
I think he
his
saw
natural.
the creep. He must have saw the
Did
creep.
he see the creep?
Go. No.
Nope. No, he did not still. So he's just going to go over here, harass this 3rd a little bit, and there's still not enough
There's
stalkers.
the Void Rays are on the field now. There's no Corruptors in the vicinity.
1 Corruptor's being made. I am so surprised that Slush did not add more Corruptors
There's the Void Ray.
onto this. So this Void Ray is just going to have a field day.
I'm trying to check for any additional. Let's see, in these eggs. No, there's infestors.
Those are infestors, so he's just trying to run back to his infestors.
No,
as
all these
best as
Broodlords
he
are dead,
can.
right?
No.
Oh, the Void Ray needs to target down the Broodlords. Okay, there we go. TT1 blinking forward again, trying to... Not going to get in range of those Broodlords, though.
Nope.
And the Spine's actually doing a decent amount of
And
damage
the
here.
infestors will finish, so they can go ahead and drop some form of growth right here if they wish. There's no energy on him. They do not
High
pop with
Templar's
energy.
dying without doing anything.
He forgot to pop the
He doesn't have
pathogen
pathogen
glands. Nope.
Oh.
Did not get pathogen glands.
TT1 saying... I
And
can't move my
TT1
mouse.
is saying he suddenly can't move his mouse. So
That's not
Slush,
good.
take advantage. Go, go, go.
Doesn't he have like 10 mice?
And what do we have over there? More Broodlords have been added. Is he going to have any Corruptors, though, to deal with those Void Rays is the question. He only has 1 Corruptor. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I feel like right now ROOTslush just needs to engage straight at the army.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
There's a few
does
Corruptors.
Slush really know that his opponent doesn't have a mothership? That's one thing you have to be concerned about. Stalker's winging forward, targeting down those Broodlords. Those 5 are going to die, but there's still so many more Broodlords, and how do you deal with that? The Nexus falls to the 3rd. The probes are all going to die to these Broodlings that are raining from the sky. The day it rains, Broodlings.
He needs to pick off those
not a good
Corruptors.
day.
He's trying to pick off the Broodlords right there, and it's going to be very close right here. It looks like he will eventually be able to pick off these Corruptors, but I just don't know right now. This is such a crazy game. I'm still not quite sure. The Broodlords are finally going to start falling. More Corruptors do pop, though, so they'll be able to finally pick off all of those Void Rays. 7 more Corruptors on the way. He does have enough money, or enough gas saved up that he can start morphing. And
Void Rays are going to be enough here.
all those Corruptors were picked off right there, meaning all of the Broodlords will go down. Smart target firing by Slush.
Hit units. Can you hit units lost?
I will definitely hit units lost for you. What
Oh,
an
that's so
even game right there. So these Broodlords finally going to fall. It looks like TT1 going to be able to push in right here and just pick these off. This base should be going down. There's only some Corruptors over here. No Broodlords in production, though he has the ability to start morphing them if he wishes. Lings, though, out on the field now. And it's this. I
Where are
still don't know
TT1's
which way to call
probes?
it. They're
Has he
all at
been
his
making?
fourth.
He only has 44 of them though. Like
only
you need
has-
like 70.
He only has 2 bases.
But he had this one too. Oh, I guess he lost all those probes there.
Yeah, he lost the probes there as well.
Oh, this
So
Nexus
he's going
needs
to
to
try
stay
and
alive.
focus down the Nexus. Won't be able to get it. That would be a huge loss right there. And
I think
more
Slush
Broodlords now being
is
made.
fine now. Like
Slush does
TT1
have the
kinda screwed
3rd
this up.
base over there. I don't know. I mean, if you look at the supplies, though, he's still not in the best position. He has the Stargate, so he can still start getting
he doesn't
out
have
some
probes.
voids. He has 44 probes.
I know, but he
On
needs,
2
he
bases,
needs
that's
this
perfect.
base. I think.
It's 44 probes to 58 drones
No,
who
but
are
he
mining
needs,
on 1
TT1
base.
needs this base.
I'm not quite sure why he hasn't taken that back. I guess he just doesn't feel safe enough yet.
Well, I mean, right
So I
now,
would
if you think about
say-
it, like he doesn't have the probes to really.
I would say High Templars, Archons, and probes,
almost done.
or that base.
Okay, I guess it makes sense. It's
And
just-
we have an engagement over here at the 3rd about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to have to back off. but first loses a Stalker. Stalkers are not
His army
cheap,
is just
and every... I mean, that's not enough.
It's not
He
impressive
can't,
to me.
but there's 2 Void Rays on the way. That's going to be big for him. But 3 Corruptors for Slush. Slush, definitely, he's going to win from having enough Corruptors just to get rid of those Void Rays. Because TT1 just doesn't have the ground army to deal with all of those Broodlords.
He doesn't have the economy to get the ground army up. Slush still has a lot of gas banked here.
Right.
Which is definitely a good thing. Something he doesn't have to worry as much about.
Too many
Whereas
Spine
TT1
Colors.
doesn't have minerals or gas.
Yep. But TT1...
What an awkward situation for TT1.
It really is. For both players. I mean, Slush is kind
I
of
feel like
stabilized.
Slush is better position here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Finally starts Pathogen Glands. 28-minute Pathogen Glands, everybody.
That's pretty late. I guess he's only on base, but maybe I'm a Protoss player, so I'm really scared of Broodlords, so maybe because he has Broodlords I'm saying that. But
Right.
I mean, what it comes down to is Slush getting another base down. Like, first of all, he needs another base. Second of all, he needs to be able to defend it, so he needs spines there.
I mean, let's look at the money count right now.
Has
The
this Zealot
bank-
killed 4 drones? I'd
Yes,
be really impressed.
yes, and another one's gonna go over there. Okay, finally. Yeah, he has. I believe so. So look
Probably.
at all the bank that we have right now for Slush. He could pop out 15 infestors right now, basically.
Sure. And he
Or 10.
I don't
10
know if he has the
infestors. He
larva.
could pop out 10 infestors right now. He has the larva. He has the supply. I don't know what he's waiting for. If he pops out those 10 infestors and moves with that army right now, I think he's in a great position. Just throw out infested Terrans around, fungal those voids.
There's the 12 infestors.
Yep, there you go. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I feel like also important is getting down another base and making sure it's defended.
And it's gonna go. I mean,
Like he's literally only on 1 mining base here.
I'm not sure why he has those Broodlords sitting over there instead of trying to defend that 4th base. I think defending that 4th base.
Well,
should be his
he
key
needs
right
to
now.
he needs to be near his spines, I think.
Until he gets infestors. I
Yes,
suppose.
once the infestors get
That's
out,
why,
I feel fine with.
That's why I wanted the infestors a little bit earlier. So then he could push out and defend. And now we're going to see a little bit of a Ling counterattack. I don't know if it's really going to be able to do too much, but he may stop that 5th base from going down.
TT1 adding on a lot of Void Rays here. Finally getting his economy back up and taking this space at the bottom right.
Now
I'm
it's
sure
gonna
he's
get canceled.
rebuilt probed, right? Can you hit the income?
55, 50.
Okay. This is a weird game.
It is.
It's like hard to say. Is that right? Is that not right? I mean,
And that's going to force a cancel. Oh, he decides to target the probe and burrow. Interesting choice, because is there a robo bait
well, there's
anywhere on the
definitely
map?
there has to be a robo, right?
A Robox facility.
There has to be.
There's no Robox facility.
No.
He never got
He
one.
never
in this
built
game.
one?
He never built one in this entire game.
What?
That right there,
I'm
with
really
the with
surprised
the
by that.
infestors, that could be
Oh, that's a
huge
good
right now
point.
for Slush if he were to move around.
Oh my god, I can't believe he's never built a robotics facility. Oh wow, at least the Nexus can still build. Building cannons, still not adding that robo.
Right.
Ling's still trying to be annoying.
Yep.
Slush is so good at that though. Like just being annoying with Lings. Slush is so good at that. He does it in so many games. Any matchup
And
too.
I feel like if he should move back to that 3rd, that is now a scary army to have to deal with. But so is that. I wish there were a few more Broodlords in that army though.
Yeah, I think he definitely has that on his mind, making more Corruptors. But the Infestors are going to be important here. Like, that's what's going to deal with the Void Rays.
Right.
And, of course, the Corruptors as well.
What are the upgrades like? I'm very
What are we
interested
looking
on
at?
those voids.
The air?
+1, okay. +3
3
attack,
weapons.
no defense whatsoever, and then just 1. All right. So not very many upgrades going down. Looks like he's going to try and engage. I'm not sure about this. If Slush can get Pungles down, that is going to be huge. And oh no, this is now going to be extremely rough for TT1. He should
Storms
not
aren't
be engaging
doing
here.
a lot.
He should not be engaging here whatsoever. This is just going to put him in a terrible position. Void Ray's going down, Infested Territory being thrown out, and TT1's going to lose his entire army.
Yeah.
He just got caught in a terrible position right there, and that's GG.
Slush,
Just
his
about.
army is ridiculous.
I mean, that is not GG, but that just shifted the game completely back in Slush's favor. The nice thing is that TT1 still does have
Why is
3
he making
mining
zealots?
bases. He does have 3 mining bases right now. 56 probes only, but I think Slush needs to push with this. He still has a lot of energy left. He still has a decent number of Broodlords. More
I wish he was
Broodlords
spreading
than
his creep more, but especially because his opponent doesn't have a robo. Like, his opponent doesn't have the ability to deny creep. He doesn't have an observer.
Right. And he's not. I mean, Slush just can't secure a 5th base at all right now. He's just having so much trouble with that.
GT1 needs a mothership too.
Yeah. I mean, TT1 needs a fleet beacon first before it can get a mothership.
Sure.
So
Carriers,
how much, what can you afford? Look at his money. He's just trying to get units out on the field right now. He just lost his entire army. You can't have a mothership with, 1 Archon, 7 Zealots, and 2 Stalkers. So it's such a tricky situation. These Lings should be able to maybe take care of these Zealots. It looks like they will. Yes, they will. So they'll clean this up. Slush is finally going to establish himself a 5th base. Possibly. Nope. So more Zealot Warpins over there. And that 5th base may once again get cancelled. We'll have to see if Slush sends more Lings over there. He does have 18 in production.
There's a fleet beacon.
Fleet beacon finally going down. And that 5th base is once again under attack by those Zealots. And, I mean, it looks like Slush is content with his victory of that last battle, able to kill off a lot, and now he's just going to really build up that death ball. Just get that, Infestor Broodlord army.
Yeah, I mean, he already has it to a certain extent.
I mean,
it's just bolstering it a little bit,
but
right?
now
he's only
it's
at
just,
139 supply.
Yeah, he's at 139 supply, and he already has 12 Broodlords and like 15 Infestors.
And he has to balance his economy too. To look at that again, like he only has 42 drones.
Right. But he's also only mining from 1.5 bases tops.
Yeah,
5th base
really trying
just
to get
going to
this
be
up.
starting now. It's going to go down.
It's hard to defend this a little bit because you don't want to move your main army away from this area because then you're vulnerable.
Right.
And these are only Zealots being attacked over here. So it's like, if you send your whole army, guess what? The Protoss is probably going to send their main army at your middle, and that's like probably the most important point right now because that's where your spines are.
So the 5th base is going to go down once again. So TT1, give him credit for doing an excellent job right there. Able to really just deny that 5th base. I want to say like 4 or 5 times
what you gotta do.
least over there. So finally he starts to send Infestors over there.
Yep.
And more units though going to be pushing out. So I don't know. This is, and once again TT1's able to climb back in it, get a decent supply lead. He has to be careful with these Zealots as he's just going to walk into fungal heaven.
Oh,
that was very close. So it looks like he should.
those don't have charge,
all of
do
this.
they?
No, they do not. Those are just
I think
basic
that might be a
Zealots.
mistake. I mean, it's hard to say because it's been so low
He
econ.
also doesn't have a robotics facility. Let's remember.
Okay.
The game has been one of the strangest games you can
Yeah.
ever think about. So Mothership is on the way, over halfway done right now, and that's going to be huge. I just don't know if it's going to be enough, though.
You know, Slush does have Neural Parasite.
Does he?
Yes. I will prove it.
Yes, he does. All right. I
so
completely missed that. 5 more Infestors being added to that.
there's an
massive
element.
army.
There's an element where Slush can Neural Parasite the mothership, use
Right.
up all the energy, and then he'd obviously be in a great situation if he gets a Vortex down and then positions his units correctly.
Sure.
TT1 has to be aware of that. He can't let that happen. We have some Lings running into the natural expansion of TT1. That's gonna be a little bit
Not
annoying.
quite sure what he's really going after, though. There's cannons all over
Scouting,
right
I
there,
guess.
so
Now he had to know the mothership was coming. Like I think he saw the Nexus.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure he could expect it.
Oh,
And he's just going to burrow. Is there? Oh, the cannon is in range. So just barely. And is he going to lose this 5th base now
Probably.
once again? Yes, he will. He has nothing he can send over there to defend that. So Slush is out of mining of his 3rd, I want to say. Robotics facility just finishes. 38 minutes.
Yep.
55
Standard.
seconds. Standard robotics facility
Standard.
timing. And now it looks like Slush is going to push out. This is probably a good time. Look at the size of that
he
army.
just can't. He can't get an additional base up.
No.
and that's a problem.
And I think
he's not going to have a huge rebuild ability. He
just needs to be careful of the mothership.
He has
He's
to kill
moving
with this.
everything out, though. He has to be so careful. That mothership's right there. Does it have enough energy, though?
Yep.
I don't think he does.
Oh.
No, it does not.
My
Also,
mouse.
Get on it.
Oh,
No, it doesn't. So if he engages right now, this is going to be difficult for TT1. He needs to wait about 10 more seconds right there. He's going to start pumping it out. It is
Watch out for the
so
neural.
close.
Watch
Neural
out for the neural.
parasite.
Neural.
Is he going to get
Oh,
it? He
he
got
got
it.
the
He
neural.
got it. He got it. He can't
It's
drop
about
it,
to have
though.
enough energy. 98,
And he's going
99,
to get it. He's going to
100.
get it.
Oh no, it doesn't get it. Oh, it has 100. Another neural.
Does he?
Vortex.
Vortex.
There it is.
And he does it.
Sick.
Beautiful. Beautifully done there.
That was crazy.
So nice job by ROOTslush and TT1, just in a rough position. I don't know what else he can really do at this point. He's just going to be he loses the mothership. He's going to lose the bases right there, and his army is basically just going to get melted
Yeah,
by these.
I think that's it. I mean, that was weird because both players were like waiting for that vortex energy, and it's like it's kind of like luck of the draw because every time the infestor took the mothership, TT1 would go after that infestor,
Right.
But then when he did that, like, he didn't necessarily have enough energy for Vortex, and then Slush took it back, and that's when Slush had enough energy for Vortex and threw that down. So
I've
a little bit
I've
unlucky.
never
That's-
quite seen that
no.
where both players are fighting over the mothership, not for the sake of having the mothership
Right.
in that sense, but like I want to get it
Getting
at the,
the
right
timing
time.
right, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And a nice
TT1
blink
might
does come
try to make something
forward.
happen
He's
here.
going to get fungals off on
Where are
any
the
of
fungals?
these.
Okay, they're there.
Finally throws down some fungals right there, but how much damage has been done? Look at all that. He kills off almost every Broodlord right there.
Yeah. And keep in mind, like, that's exactly what had to happen for Slush, because again,
Right.
he doesn't have a base up here.
He
He
still
doesn't have a
can't
base
get
down
a
here.
fifth base.
He can't get a 5th base, and that means like Slush has to kill with this army.
Yeah. He does have all of those lings though up at the top that we'll be able to stream in. Still 172 supply. If we do look at the unit count, we have 70 lings, 7 Broodlords, 9 Corruptors,
Uh-oh.
15 Infestors,
Slush wants his base back
and
at the bottom
Slush
right.
wants his stolen base back. So 183 to 46
Jeez.
supply. I think that we can safely say Slush has taken this game
Yeah.
in one of the craziest games that I have watched
That was,
in a
yeah,
long time.
it's pretty, you know, TT1,
With some of the craziest timings.
Sure.
28-minute pathogen glands,
GG.
38-minute robotics facility, and that game I don't think a single player maxed the entire game.
yeah, no, I
42
think
minutes.
you're right.
42 minutes. There was never a 200 army.
It was a weird game from the beginning with Slush's early cheese, but I felt like TT1 was like ahead. Like
Yeah.
a large, like
For a
80,
large
80 I
portion
would
of
say
it.
85% of that game, I feel like TT1 was ahead.
Especially
Like,
after when it was 2 base versus 2 base. Like
yeah,
immediately
like
after.
all that huge army
TT1
that
was
killed
on
all the
great.
spines. Remember, he was throwing out all those force fields, just messing around a
But
little
Slush
bit.
got that ninja expansion up.
Yeah,
that was helpful
important.
because TT1 thought it was
If
2 base
TT1
versus 2
scouts
base.
that at all,
That was the thing.
it's a game
I think
over.
you're right that TT1 should have taken that 3rd Nexus now. Now that I kind of think about it, I think if he would have taken that faster 3rd, he would have been in great shape. But instead, he waited so long, and then he never pushed with that army because all the spine crawlers at the natural.
Yep.
So he wasn't able to do any damage with it. It was
Yep.
kind of like a transition to an all-in for TT1,
Yeah.
and he didn't do anything with it. And that let Slush kind of crawl his way back in. And I mean, hats off to Slush right there for
Yeah, Slush played
somehow
that. Slush
somehow
played that
playing
really
that
well.
out perfectly.
You can do that with Zerg.
Yeah.
Never give up, especially when you have those infestors in play and broodlords.
Exactly.
It's very hard to go against that as Protoss.
Very true.
Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you like the commentary. Of course, check out my friend, Mrllama SC on YouTube.
Mhm.
The link will be in the description. And see you guys next time.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching.